often when we talk about trophy hunting, there's a focus on Africa. Our next speaker actually comes from Norway, and he is a conservationist, a wildlife photographer, an author, and he also is an expedition guide. His latest book, Polar Bears and Humans, is the culmination of his encounters with over 500 polar bears. Ladies and gentlemen, Ole Liodden.
Thank you very much. And as Eduardo said, I've been working last 4 years with a project called Polar Bears and Humans, collecting information about the status and the threats to polar bears, but a lot of the time it has been more investigation to get this information. I hired lawyers to force Canadian governments to release information because this has never been published before. So I will share a few facts about polar bear trophy hunting with you. And I think most of you know that polar bears have a problem with climate change. The ice is decreasing and their habitat is decreasing. Especially where I'm working in Svalbard, 52% of the ice is gone. But there are also other threats, mainly hunting. And last decades, between 800 and 1,000 polar bears are killed every year. In average, between 1963 to today, average 991 polar bears have been killed every year. And you never hear about this. And the population now is between 20 to 25,000 polar bears left in the Arctic, in the wild. If you look at this compared to Africa, if you look at the rhinos, between 2007 and 2016, about 6,115 rhinos were killed. If you look at the polar bears, 8,335 polar bears were killed in the same time, but nobody cares. With the rhinos, it's a big battle against poaching and with illegal activity, but in the Arctic, it's labeled as sustainable and subsistent hunting. And we have to do something about it before we lose it, and also the climate change. And the main problem is the increasing demand. More people, more wealthy people want the luxury polar bear skins in their rooms. In Norway, it costs about $20,000 for a polar bear skin. In China, it's now up to $78,000. That's about the same price as 1 kilo of rhino horn or 2.5 kilo of cocaine. And this is a trigger for the illegal organizations who already have business in Africa. I'm afraid they will soon also start in the Arctic. If you're looking at the trophy hunting, it costs about $47,000 to do a trophy hunt. And you might think this is great news for the Inuit settlements. Sounds like big money. But only 52% in average is actually ending in the local settlements. And if you're looking at the statistics, between 1980 to 2009, 23 of 25 settlements in Inuit settlements were engaged in trophy hunting. But after 2009, only 8 are left. Why have 17 settlements quit this business if it's so important? There have been no white men pressure on this. They have decided they just leave the business. If you look at the 8 remaining settlements, only 3 of them have income more than 5% of the total income. So it's not important. Not many settlements are involved, and the income, it's not very important. And another thing you most likely have heard is that the Inuit settlements, they don't have any options. They have to do it. But if you just look at the neighbor settlement in Alaska, it's called Kaktovik. With 300 people, there are 5 boat operators doing polar bear viewing for photographers and tourists. They have 2-month season, and there are 2 small hotels. And on these 2 months, they're earning $1.5 million, which is 70% more than all polar bear trophy hunting in the world. This small settlement you never heard about, and it's easy also in Canada to rather stop with the trophy hunting and give them a better way of earning the money. they can sell the same polar bear more than one time to more than one person. It's a huge opportunity. And I will end with the word conservation hunting. You heard this maybe as an argument for polar bear trophy hunting or trophy hunting at all. But the fact is that polar bears is the least suitable animal in the Arctic for trophy hunting. It's the least suitable. It's naturally rare. It has a very low cub survival rate, sometimes less than 50%. It also has a low production rate, and it's also struggling with climate change. So there's no reason to claim it's conservation. And also, the trophy hunters are targeting the biggest, healthiest, and strongest animal. This is reverse selection. It's survival of the smallest, sickest, and the less fit animal. So we have to stop trophy hunting. We also have to stop commercial skin trade. That's the only way the polar bears have a chance in a warming future. Thank you.
And it's absolutely astonishing, isn't it? Here we are, we think that polar bears are protected because of their vulnerable status, and yet laws, international and national, allow them to be killed just for fun.